What is going on, you guys? Petplatypus here, and it is time to talk about Mob Psycho 100, Episode 6. This episode of Mob Psycho pretty much focuses on his brother, Kageyama. Mob is still in the episode. He has a couple of scenes, but he's pretty much a side character in this episode. It's really about his brother, Kageyama, which that's their family's last name, but I'm going to call him that because it's easy for me to remember, and I can just call Mob Mob because that's his nickname. So, Kageyama wants psychic powers, obviously. I mean, I think you'd be a little salty too if your brother had insane psychic powers and you didn't. He's like trying to move the water in the sink. I saw that Kamehameha pose. Don't think you could get that shit past me, but he throws in that Kamehameha. He's trying to get the water to move. He can't do it. He ends up going to this psychic research place. He's doing shit with the school president, and they frame the fucking one dude who's, I don't even really know if he's a school bully, really. He apologizes to Mob for getting him involved in that school fight, and I've never really seen him beat up any other students as far as I can remember. I think he's just kind of an asshole to other schools. And, he seems like an okay character. He seems alright. But he gets framed. And I don't know if they kicked him out of school or what, but everyone thinks he's a perv. And they framed him for this fucking, breaking the rules and stealing all these fucking recorder things. That was another kind of funny joke, too, when he was like, this is a girl's fucking recorder bag. What do you think's in it? And he's like, a girl's recorder. That was a pretty funny line. A lot of funny jokes in this one. Though I will say Reagan usually hits it out of the park, but I will say his little seance at the beginning, I wasn't feeling that too much. Some of it was kind of funny. Good animation on the uppercut, but yeah, I wasn't really feeling it. And he usually hits it out of the park, like the mouse clicking and like erasing the fucking spirit from the photo. That I was done. I was dying. That was great. So that was hilarious. But yeah, this one not as funny. But yeah. And then at the research place, Kageyama sees these other kind of mediocre psychic abilities, like this dude can bend a spoon just barely. This other chick has like a fucking okay-ish percent at fucking picking the right card out of 10. These other two dudes can telepathically talk to each other. They're, pretty mediocre. This one dude has like a firepower that's worse than a lighter. So, I mean, it's funny, but it is kind of cool to see other characters with abilities. Speaking of which, Mob does see a dude in a hoodie that he says, oh, yeah, that guy's an Esper. But that's evil as fuck. Like, he says it's sickening, so that was interesting. Who was that guy? That's a mystery, but nice little set piece moving around, like, not really a set piece, like a chess piece being moved around, I should say. Nice little mystery thrown in there. And yeah, overall, the episode was good. I definitely liked the ending with Kageyama having psychic potential. I definitely think that having him want to become a psychic should not be focused on if he has no way of doing it. Unless you do want to just give him the story arc of, like, accepting himself for who he is, but clearly they're not going for that. They're going for he does have psychic powers, and he does bend that spoon like crazy, and he does see Dimple at the end of the episode. Dimple being back, which is like, oh shit, because I don't like Dimple, but whatever. I mean, it's not even like I hate the character, I just have no emotion towards him at all, other than his appearance, which is ugly, but other than his ugly appearance, I have, like, no emotion towards this character at all. Basically, Mob, when he died in the other episode, just like, meh, whatever. So, yeah. Dimple's back, don't know how he's alive, don't really care. But overall, the episode was good. It had some good jokes. Animation was, of course, really top-notch, as usual. The overall pacing of the episode was pretty damn solid, and I definitely liked some of the hints we got, like the dude in the hoodie, and not just being a psychic, but also being, like, evil, potentially. Like, I like the Mob noticed that. Excuse me. And, yeah, just his brother having that potential, I think that could go to a lot of places. They could even fight each other, which would be very interesting from an emotional and characterization standpoint. And the series really doesn't seem to be... Like, it's a comedy for sure, but it's definitely takes itself a bit more seriously than One Punch Man. There's definitely a lot more going on in Mob Psycho 100 from a story and characterization standpoint to a certain extent. So yeah, not saying it's better than One Punch Man or anything, but I definitely think that despite also being a comedy, you can take the series a little bit more seriously than One Punch Man, which is cool, especially considering the art style, but I've never been one to... bitch too much about art styles. But I can go more into that in my next discussion video. I'll just plug that a little bit. My next discussion video is going to be going into different art styles and sort of talking about what works and what doesn't for a particular series, and just how you probably shouldn't judge a book by its cover. But that'll be my next discussion video, which will probably just come out tomorrow unless there's something else I need to review. So there's that. Figured I'd throw that in there. Also, I guess while I'm on the topic, I told you guys I was working on a little animation that I would probably have up in the next couple months. It's actually done. The thing is, why I said it was going to be up in a couple of months is that I was going to animate the whole thing together. I drew all the frames. It's there, it's done, it's ready. And what I planned to do was to recolor each frame, give them backgrounds and everything, and make it look a little nicer and look a little more presentable. But there's like 140, 50 something frames, so redrawing all 150 of those in color in the computer, and then also fucking reanimating them all together, that's a bitch. I should have probably, if I was going to color these, I should have been doing it every single cut. Like every 10 frames or whatever frames I needed for a particular moment, I should have scanned those in, colored them, but now that there's so many, it's just like it's way too much. So I'll upload that. Maybe I'll put that in my art style video since it has to do with art and animation. But anyways, that's done. It'll be out in the next couple days. With all that being said, I'll probably give this Mob Psycho 100 episode like a 7.5 to a 7.8, close to being a very good episode. It had its funny moments for sure, and it had its cool moments. I don't know what's up with this student council president dude. He looks like a slime ball, but I guess his family is overbearing and he sleeps on garbage. I don't know. He seems like a dick, but maybe there's a reason for it. Who knows? I don't know where that storyline's going to go with throwing that dude out of school. I'm assuming Kageyama's going to come clean and say, yeah, we framed him, but we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, that's pretty much the episode. 7.5 to 7.8. It's a good, almost very good episode of Mob Psycho 100. I definitely enjoyed it quite a bit. If I forgot anything, I do apologize. I felt like there was a lot in this episode. So, with all that being said, tell me what you guys thought of this episode in the comment section below. You can follow me on Instagram or add me on PSN. I'm petplatypus on both. You can also give this video a thumbs up and share it on social media. Both of those would help me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already, or if you like what you've seen here. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.